Acclaimed Home Warranty gives you peace of mind knowing that the major systems and appliances in your home are covered against unexpected breakage and costly repairs. So you can enjoy what you love doing because our coverage options and easy process take the hassle out of finding quality contractors. When your covered items break and you need service fast, Acclaimed Home Warranty is here for you 24/7, 365 days a year. For a free, no-hassle quote, go online to acclaimedhw.com.
Owning a home is the American dream. I love my job because I get to help people buy, sell, and improve that American dream. Follow me this week as we explore exciting new trends in Utah's real estate. So Clay, I hear there's some big change in the lending going on.
There's some really big changes that are taking place. In fact, they're going into effect on July 29th. This is going to be Fannie Mae's DU 10.1 version. People say, well, what does that mean? What does 10.1 mean? Well, you and I have been through the hard times in the business. We saw what happened in 2008, and things just kind of, and then everything with lending got really conservative, over conservative.
They tightened up,
significantly. So what we're seeing is we're starting to loosen up a little bit. One of the big changes, they're going to take the debt to income ratio from 45% to 50%.
Oh, really?
Yeah, it doesn't sound like a ton, but really what that equates to on the average person's income that we're seeing is about $70,000 in additional buying power.
That's great.
It is great. So they were looking at it saying, here's what we're going to be looking at that we'll be able to afford to purchase. Now that amount is $70,000 higher, and it's still very affordable for them. It's not like it's a crazy outlandish debt to income ratio.
It's reasonable.
Yeah, it's reasonable.
Yeah.
Yes, yeah. So we're really excited about that. The other thing that has changed that we're really excited about is in the past, if you've been self-employed, you've always had to have how many years tax returns?
Oh, it's 2 years.
2 years tax returns. Yeah, you've always had to have those 2 years. And we've seen them loosen up on that a little bit in the past year or two, where in very select scenarios, they would look at just 1 year tax return. Well, with this change on July 29th, they're going to be looking at that 1 year tax return on a lot more scenarios.
That's great.
It is. So, literally just barely driving up, I'm talking to a guy on the phone, and he said, last year, Clay, I only made $50,000. This year I'll make $180,000. So his business is in this huge upward trajectory. Well, if we have to look at that and average the two, we don't get near as pretty of an income. But we can say, we'll just look at your 2017 at the beginning of 2018, and we'll be able to qualify him for the home that he's looking at, that he can afford, and he's really excited about it.
So Clay, we're headed down to Mapleton and take a look at those views.
Yeah, I know that area well. I lived in Springville, right on the Mapleton border there for 9 years, and I love this community. Yeah. I really do.
It's very peaceful. It's away from it, and this one's just perfectly set up. It's like a really nice farmhouse is the best way I can put it. It's like a luxury farmhouse.
It is.
So you're looking at almost an acre worth of land with all these big, beautiful trees, and they've taken this nice, it's not, you can't even say it's a farmhouse because it's really nice but updated, but take a look at the inside. They did this massive remodel on the inside.
Yeah, look at that kitchen. That is just breathtaking.
Stunning, right?
Yes, it is.
All the double ovens, the double islands. Yeah, all that storage right there. You just open those up and you put all your stuff in there.
That sink.
Just absolutely beautiful, right?
It is, and I love the way that you look at it again. You see the size of the lot. I love those bigger lots in Mapleton. I know this neighborhood.
Yeah.
This is just a great area, and wow,
it's got some sunlight coming in from the top. They've got skylights in there. And so take a look at this room off here. This home was previously owned by a very famous painter, and he used this as his art studio where he painted. And so it's got the perfect northern lights, and they've got the fireplace in there, and that's all set to propane. And so they got this big, huge propane. So if you ever want to just heat this just off of that propane, you could heat the whole house right off just that.
That's great.
Just beautiful, right?
Yeah, look at those dark woods too, right there. And then the complementary, and you walk in, and it brightens up right in here. Gives some great contrast, and it pulls that light in.
There's the mudroom right there. So as you come in the back, you go into the mudroom right there. They've got a bathroom right off there. We're going to the master bedroom right here. Off the master bedroom, they've got a deck up there, which is just so nice. Isn't that so beautiful?
That is. And I love those hills, those mountains, I should say, back there in the background.
Got all brand new windows. This one's set and ready to sell. Somebody's gonna love this. There's your little deck off your master bedroom that you can walk off on, and you can just take a look at the beautiful views. And your neighbors are very well spaced out. This is one of those areas if you want to kind of just be away from it a little bit.
Yeah, that's the great thing about Mapleton. It has that, and there's a lot of pride and ownership and community in this area. So much that really gives you, like, you feel like you're part of something. This home goes right with that, just like that whole community feel. And you're close to everything, but it has that kind of rural setting a little bit, which is great. Like you say, you have your own space.
There's no curb and gutter, you know. It just kind of it's like it's a large parcel of land. That's the way it is, and it's still got that community feel. And take a look at the basement. They didn't spare any expense in the basement. Look at all those nice floors.
Yep.
They did all these nice cabinets. They didn't spare expense. There's a lot of money in cabinets. You can see how they wrapped them all the way down the hall there. Yeah. Very, very nice home. This man.
Oh,
take a look at that.
Great
Isn't that a great shot?
Yeah, all that mature landscaping right there. Great parking scenario that you have going on there. A lot of lawn. Great. I mean, what a fun place to have a family, you know?
This would be a great place to grow up.
It would.
Yeah, and they've got a place over there for the chickens on the side and the dogs, so the dog can come in and out, and you can see the back of the house. Just this is a charming little house.
Yeah, it
and
is.
if you wanted to have horses around here, you can have horses here. The neighbors have some horses, so you could, share. This is where your chickens go on the side over here.
Yeah, your corrals right here.
You know I love chickens.
Yeah.
And you got your little orchard in the back. This is where you're close to everything, but you've got your own little, your own little farmhouse. I love it.
Zippy Shell of Utah has a new and innovative solution for your storage needs. We offer convenient, secure storage that is less work for you. We bring a storage container to your house for you to load. Once it's loaded, we'll pick it up and store it at our climate-controlled warehouse. When you're ready, we return the container to your house to unload. Right now, we are offering a storage special for only $99 a month. Please call us with any of your storage needs.
Jay Deere here with Real Estate Essentials. Have you ever been driving through a neighborhood and just died to know how much those houses cost? Well, just download Real Estate Essentials' new free app. It uses your phone's GPS to track your location, and then it uses a multiple listing service to give you all the details. All you need to do is text RE-UTAH to 32323, and be sure to tune into Real Estate Essentials every Sunday afternoon at 4:30, only on ABC4, good for Utah. Clay, so we're going to be heading up to the Silicon Slopes, right?
Yeah, great area up there.
Yeah. So we're up here in Highland. Now take a look at that view.
Wow.
As we fly around this house, you gotta love spring in Utah, right?
You do.
I just absolutely love it. Okay, so this one is right up, and take a look at this shot. I think this is real ingenious. They fly up to the front of the house, and normally they stop and open the door. But take a look at this one, they just fly right through.
Well, what a perfect entry too. The background, the mountains, the approach, the neighborhood, the architectural lines on this home.
Yeah.
It's perfect.
Yeah, and this one you can tell as you walk into the front of the house, you'll notice all the moldings. Take a look at all the moldings on the wall and all the detail, the work that they did into this. That takes a craftsman, that takes a laborer to go through and do all that work. This is grundles of money.
And that's the thing people don't realize is the extra money that goes into this with these extra finishes. You can't just look at the square footage. You have to look at these finishes, and these are just spectacular.
And so if you're a builder and going to build this for somebody to be a spec home, you would never do stuff like this, because each one of those things takes so many hours of a craftsman to go in there, cut all those things and spackle, and make it look beautiful.
Right.
And so as you can see, they spared no expense on this. Just absolutely beautiful.
Well, throughout.
Yeah.
You go into each room and you just see it.
A lot of craftsmen, a lot of detail work, and this is a really unique home. So this one on the main floor, it's a 2-story, but on the main floor you have 5 bedrooms on the main floor, and or an office. So you can either have 4 bedrooms or an office. One of them's kind of a bit of a flex room. That's just on the main floor.
That's spectacular.
Yeah, and then upstairs you got another 2 bedrooms, and down the bedroom basement you've got another 2 bedrooms. And so you're talking 9 bedrooms.
That's a large home for a great family and great to entertain, and
yeah. But it's not like it's all bedrooms, because they've got a ton amount of open space here, home theaters and big expansive space in the basement that we're going to go to look at in the basement here in just a minute. So it's 6255 square feet with 9 bedrooms, 3 full, 1 3/4, and 1/2 bath. And it sits on 0.32 acres. It was built in 2006. Of course, it's got a nice 3-car garage. It's got 2 entries on the front of the house. And the backyard, we're going to take a look at that in a minute. It's just absolutely beautiful.
Well, you say it certainly is not, but I mean, you have just these great open spaces, these nice molded pillars throughout, great attention to detail, the extra little touches that they put on the wall finishes.
Yeah, and this is going to be upstairs above the garage here. We got 2 bedrooms. As you can see, just a nice space.
It is, yeah.
And this one we've been showing, and I get a ton of feedback about just how beautiful the home is and how it lays out really well. And headed down to the basement here. Let's take a look.
Again,
look at that.
Yeah. Yeah, again, you walk into the basement and bam, you just, again, nice finishes right off the bat.
And so normally in basements, you're going to see a lot of walls, but they did steel beams in this one, so they're expand that space. So you remember how we talked about it's got 9 bedrooms, but look at how open this is.
Yep.
It still has a ton of open space.
It does.
It's absolutely beautiful,
It
right?
is, yeah. The woodwork and the extra tile that you have there, I mean, just...
And look at those ceilings.
Yes.
The cost, if you had to recreate this home, I mean, they're only, right now, they're $118 a square foot.
Yeah. Well, that's amazing, because, you walk into a house and you'll say, oh, this is a nice home. This is one of those homes you walk into and you look at it and you say, wow, this is spectacular.
Yeah.
Yeah.
For $118 a square foot, that's unheard of.
Mm-hmm.
And you're right there, right at the Silicon Slopes, which is so popular. I mean, this is where all the jobs are coming in. So this is an executive type home. Here we're going to the home theater. Take a look at that.
Yes.
Beautiful, right?
That is amazing.
Just
That
what
is.
everybody wants, everybody needs. I can't get over the price at $118 a square foot. Now, take a look at the backyard.
Look at that.
Yeah, beautiful.
Yes.
Of course, they got this arbor that's right in the back, and it looks down over this beautiful valley. The views off the back are just absolutely gorgeous.
That's such a great area. And again, even in the backyard, the landscaping, look at all the detail that they put into that.
They even got a little waterfall.
Yes.
Can you believe that?
I know.
$118 a square foot. A builder cannot rebuild this house even close, because new construction without a finished basement, without a yard, you're going to be looking at least $100 and probably $25, $135 a square foot. Okay, Clay, for this one, look at how beautiful this home is.
Yeah, I like that rock work on the front and the colorings. Yeah.
I'm a big fan of the Craftsman style. You know, it's kind of a throwback.
Yeah.
But they did a great job on this particular home. Look at the landscaping as we go by. This was one of the things that I walked up to the house that you couldn't miss was the landscaping. It was so beautiful. And so we're heading into Riverton. Now, Riverton is, of course, one of those areas now that the freeway access go out there. It's really convenient to get to. And as you can see, this builder, whoever put this home together, they knocked it out of the park.
They did. I love the wood tones they use with the tile and the backsplash, the granite, and just the way it all pulls together.
It looks like a multi-million-dollar home.
It does.
It really does. The way that's furnished and the way that it's put together. And the cool thing about this one, with the right offer, they may be willing to leave all of the furnishings.
That's what you want.
All or some.
Yeah, it's like you say, you walk into those Parade of Homes, right?
Yeah.
And you see it just beautifully furnished and laid out like this, and you say, I just want everything just like this.
Yeah.
So to have that.
Because you don't have to recreate it.
Yep.
And so, and you can creatively wrap it into a loan. You know what I mean? And now you don't have to, because you're talking about fixtures in this house, you got to be looking at least, well, I'd say $70,000 or $80,000 worth of furnishings.
Yeah, you have some amazing furnishings in this. Yeah, and the way just the way they chose the colors and everything to go with the home and to match it was brilliant.
Man, okay, so beautiful main floor. Now we're going up down. Take a look at the size of this master bedroom.
Yeah.
It's so tastefully done.
Oh yeah.
And the home is so immaculate. Immaculate is a better term.
Yeah.
Anyway, so take a look at the master here. Just really great feel and style in this property. I was really, I'd love to look at these beautiful homes.
I know. Well, you get so many on your show, Jay. You really do.
I'm so lucky to
get
to
these
look
amazing
at these beautiful
homes. You work well with everybody. You do a great service for them, and then you get to go in and you see these, and get to know these great folks that have these homes. But this one is just
They
like
always
you said.
tease me though. This is one that when you see the nice ones, I thought about this one too. When I don't want to buy this house because I'm kind of in the mood to buy a new house.
You've been talking about that. I know.
Well, anyway, I'm not going to talk about it anymore. But anyway, look at the craft room. Doesn't that look like HGTV?
It does.
Yeah.
It does. Yeah. This is really show quality home right here.
Yeah. And so this one has the opportunity. You could pick some of the furnishings. You could buy all, or you could take none of them.
Mm-hmm.
And so, at the price point on this one, I mean, it's a really good value. The basement's beautiful. The landscaping in the backyard is just so nice. The basement just lays out. You got your perfect home theater down there, which is so popular right now, where you don't have a separate area.
Mm-hmm.
It's all part of the big room. So while you're watching the game, you've got your second little kitchenette down there.
Yes.
So you got your place where you can have all your snacks.
Little games behind during the commercials or whatever, and
so nice. And the way I'm a big fan. I'm a big fan of this one. This home's going to sell.
Yeah, this is very clean, just very well thought out.
And usually people, though, they want to take all their furnishings with them,
Yeah.
Naturally. But the next house that they're going to build, they figure it's going to be best to, show off. The other nice thing about this one, 4-car garage. Look at that.
Oh, yeah. And that extra height on that one.
Now we're going to fly over. Take a look at the landscaping, how nice this is. In this backyard is absolutely beautiful. They've got a hot tub back there, as you can see. Mm-hmm. Look at that.
Oh, yeah.
Big mature trees. When they built the house, they left the mature trees in there, and so they're all ready to go.
I love that. It gives it so much more of that. You have the modern home, but you have that established look and landscaping back there, immaculately taken care of right here.
I love it. And I asked them, when you sell, where are you going to go? How are you going to make something better than this? Mm-hmm.
We were looking for a new home. Some were too big, some were too small, some were just wrong. Then, wow, we were in our dream home.
Then the hard part started. All this paperwork.
Luckily, we had Steve, a loan officer from Castle & Cook Mortgage, on our side. Even though he's done this 1,000 times, he knew we hadn't. He took care of everything, and fast, so we could focus on the things that really matter, like enjoying our new home. Castle & Cook Mortgage, the key to your castle.
Well, we've been thinking about it, and we're just not sure.
I understand.
We've never sold a house before.
I'll walk you guys through every step.
So if we sell, do you think we can swing it?
Well, I have the numbers right here, and based on the comps that I found, the timing is perfect. There are a lot of buyers for a house like yours.
It's good to know.
I'm so excited.
Okay, Clay, for this one, we're going to be jumping out to Harriman. Of course, everybody knows where Harriman is. Yeah, kind of the southwest of Salt Lake Valley.
Yeah.
And look at the views.
Oh, yeah.
See, Harriman is a little bit higher altitude than the rest of the valley, so they get up against that, above that inversion layer. And so because of the new freeway access that goes all the way out there, it's real easy to get out there. It used to be hard to get to. So this area is growing really, really quickly. And this home, as you can see, it's on a cul-de-sac and backs to natural acreage of BLM land. And so
that first shot, you see it, just look with that hill in the background. I mean, it's just a breathtaking view, and what a beautiful property.
Yeah, and I have to be honest with you, as I see this house and I know about this house, I personally am like biting my lip trying not to buy this house because this is one of the best values I've seen in the market, because this is our market's not a market that you can find good deals unless you get into the multi-million-dollar price range, but this one, at the price range it's at, I mean, look at how it's finished out. I mean, this thing is immaculate. Really, really well. I mean, we're going to go over the details of this, but they're only at $99 a square foot.
That's crazy, because when you look at the quality of finishes throughout this property, interior, exterior, everything about it, they've really paid attention to all the details. And so to have that price per square foot is very untypical.
Yeah, because if we went to build this home, you'd be looking at $130 to $140 a square foot. Plus you'd add in landscape, you'd have to finish the basement. This basement's already 70% finished. It's got views, as you can see, out of each room. It's a premium lot in a really well, obviously it's built out incredibly. And so I have a hard time been trying to, okay, since we're here and we're talking about it,
yeah,
let's talk about money and what this would look like.
Well, the thing I love about this one is where the price point is on this particular property and the location where it's in Salt Lake County. This lets you get into this type of a property for a conforming loan, which is crazy because normally you'd be in a jumbo loan, you have a little bit higher interest rate, you have a bigger down payment. On this one, you could literally get into this for a conforming Fannie Mae loan. You'd be looking at like 10% down, and you get the very best interest rates that are available out there.
That's incredible.
It is.
Now you're making it even harder for me not to pull the trigger on this.
I can tell you're being truthful too.
I know.
Yes,
we've talked. We've been on the show for like 4 years now. I've never said this before. Listen, I'm thinking about buying this property, but I'm like really trying my best because I don't need to buy a lot more real estate. You know what I mean?
I know.
But this is one I look at. You know, there was another one that was on the show a couple months ago, and I was like, man, I wish I would have bought that house.
Mm-hmm.
But this one's the next one. You know, it's not very often though I have these feelings, but this is one that I look at and go, this is opportunity.
Yeah, this like you say, you walk through this property. You know, it's one that we look at and we go, every room that we go into, and every little aspect of this home, they've thought it through, they've designed it very well, and
it just keeps going. Look at those views.
It does.
Well, it's killing me though, but you know, there's only 2 of us. My kids are, you know, raised, and so what am I going to do in 7,000 square feet?
Yes.
That's what I keep trying to hold on to. I'm not going to.
I know.
I
know, but it's tough when you see this type of a property,
and
to get the kind of financing you can get on it.
I know. Yeah, it's killing me. It really. So anyway, let's look at this one. The cool thing about this house, it's not just the the nice finishes they put in there. He's also got a whole audio system that's all built in, and so he can lock all the doors and control everything from his phone. It's all THX speakers. I used to, have a home theater installation business, and so I understand the quality that goes into that type of sound system.
Yeah.
And
it's a smart home. You know,
yeah.
I mean, everything's controlled, like you say, with your mobile phone. So it truly has that smart home technology, and with everything else in this property, it's just that much more of an advantage. You know, something you look at and go, wow, what a great thing.
Look at the theater.
Yeah.
Look at this beautiful theater. And down in the basement, they have a full spa down there. I mean, they've got everything. Got a swim spa down there. One of those ones you can swim against the current.
Yeah.
They've got everything in this thing. Beautiful. Oh my gosh, the lighting, everything's amazing. Swim spa. It's got a sauna. It's got a steam room. The massive home theater. We thought there is the office. Look at those views.
This is like that type of home you walk into, in the parade of homes, and they think of everything and they lay it out very well, and you say, wow, I want this house just like it is.
Yeah.
I just want this house, and that's the feeling I've gotten as we looked at this home.
I know, it kind of reminds me of that. Now we're headed down to the basement. Now think about in the basement, normally you're below grade, right? You're looking out at walls or something. No, this one actually has incredible views even out of the basement.
Well, when you have that daylight streaming in like that and you're able to see those, I just love that design and that setup, and it's one of the things where they put this kind of on that hill the way they did. You have that opportunity to do that. You get these amazing views. I mean, look at that gym. That is, just... Here's your steam room.
Yeah, you gotta have that, right?
Yeah, I mean, honestly, that is one that I really like, the steam rooms. So I prefer.
To be honest with you, when I put this on,
they have the dry.
You thought you wanted to buy this.
Oh yeah,
didn't you?
No, I did. I mean,
we never say this though.
I know. It is. It's just one of those. I prefer the kind of the moist heat on the steam room over the dry, but this has both. You know, and so every person has.
There's your swim spa outside, so you can swim, and it's got beautiful landscaping, as you can see. And the best part about it backs to open space, and it's up on the hill.
Yeah, and like you said, when that lifts you up out of that inversion that we get in the wintertime, and you're just looking out, you're up above that, you're in the clean air. It's just look at that. The decking on this, and just the quality of workmanship on every little detail. Like I said, interior and exterior.
Yeah, this is a special home. It's got that 3-car garage. I don't see any downside with this house.
No,
I really don't. This is somebody's going to get a really good deal on an amazing home on this one.
Yeah, I mean, everything about it is just the ceiling height in that garage, the height of the garage doors. What a beautiful property.